Welcome everyone to the Qatar Grand Prix, week 15 of a 16-week season. And we've only got Qatar, and then we go to Qatar for the last race of season 9. It's crazy, reminded how time flies, but it's been a good season. And excited to see how it ends. We've got 14 drivers on the grid for you. On the left, 77 is 7, Faint Fawn is Fawn, Vivoda is Vivoda, Anime Boy is Anime, MK7 Hitch is Hitch, 1507 is Heatley, Mini Squatch is Squatch, Mel Gibson is Mel, MJW is MJW, reserving for either one of the Mercedes. The Yuppie is Yuppie, Mattman is Matt, Fate is Fate, Nerf or Nuffin is Nerf, and Kryptonic Swag is Kryptonic. Let's throw this up here. Nope. Okay. So, it has been a good season. Excited to see how it wraps up. We already know our driver's champion. That is Hitch. There is no way that he can lose it in these final two races. And McLaren was battling with Alpine for the final chance at a Constructors, but no McLaren is here today. So if Alpine scores 4 points, they will become the Constructor champions. Okay. But yeah, so that's the title clinching stuff. I think I mentioned it all. Like I said, if Alpine pretty much scores, they will be the Constructors champion, and both their drivers are up against no competition today. It might be a different story if McLaren was here, but neither driver were able to make it into Qatar, and we would have a decent grid with 16. What I was going to say live is we pretty much have, as Mel invalidates, pretty much have 2 options going into next season. One is that, some of our Tier 1 drivers might end up going down to Tier 2. But we also will need to replace some of these Tier 1 seats that are just constantly empty with new drivers. So I expect some Tier 2 drivers to make the jump. And if that does not happen, then I think we are just going to go and basically recruit whoever's able to do no assists regardless of pace, since Tier 1 is our top tier. If we've got to bring people in, I don't think I will be picky. And Dave says turn on a line, but we've worked so hard to get it off, I do not want to reverse the decision and start enabling more assists. At least as an admin, I take pride in having a no assist here, even though it is a little bit harder to get people in. I feel like the people who are in, enjoy the fact that it is no assists, even if some of the drivers are a lot quicker. I think we'll still even have discussions for Tier 2 and what assists will be allowed there. But we will see, as I usually put that to a vote. So It's not up to me to just make the executive decisions. As 7 on provisional pole, first lap across, beating his teammate. Here's the second lap. Vivoda beating them both. But yeah, we'll see. Off season is definitely the time where I'm trying to get a lot of stuff done and a little bit more busy than I am in the season. So we'll see if I continue commentary or hand it off to someone else. So this is my first season doing Tier 1, or maybe I might do another tier, who knows. Should have Bucko back for whatever tier. Yeah. A lot to think about going into next season, but we will have the holiday break. As Hitch goes provisional pole by almost a second and a half. We'll give people plenty of time off. That's something that okay. We have a 5-place grid penalty collision for 7. But yeah, something we pride ourselves in Can-Am. We do have a long break. A lot of these racing leagues just like keep going and going and going, and it's never ending. So we do 2 seasons for every game. And we get the winter break, which includes the holidays, and then what else? I mean, the other one ends pretty much in the summer. We usually try to take the 4th off, which is also Canada Day, for those who celebrate. Not sure what you said, Pizza, but the Alpine are 1-2 this qualifying. Heatley back after a bit of a break. See how he does. Fate has now left the session. Okay. Just reread it. I can't open my phone and see all the chat messages. It's on PlayStation. Dave has now officially posted the latest steward decisions. Okay, sorry, I can get on here and see like the last 3 comments, so I can see what you said. What will you be doing with the time off? A lot of nothing. Taking my Wednesdays back. Heatley goes 4th. He is almost a second behind Nerf. MJW is invalid. Fawn is starting his lap. We can ride on board. Yeah, hopefully joining an endurance team. I'll have to see how the spectating works. I might not be able to run the game and actually drive, but maybe the spectating works a little bit better. Do you think it would work like that, Pizza? F122 League, now you're speaking my language. Do you think it would be easier? Okay. I was going to say, do you think it would be easier to spectate than it would to actually drive? Just on my, I think my GPU is my bottleneck. Oh, Fawn pushing. Using all the track, and Qatar is definitely an interesting circuit. Very high speed, lots of corners that wear the tires. Check out the Tier 2 stream while you're here. Bucko's running that one, or should be. They just got their steward decision, so maybe Dave can join the stream and broadcast them live. Dave can read off his decisions. So instead of live stewarding, we have weeks delayed. Full week later stewarding. Here goes Kryptonic. Dismal in here, our statistician. Can Kryptonic save the McLaren pair and DNF both Alpines? We'll see if that is his conquest. The best Kryptonic can do is tie for the lead now. Would lose on a tie break, and that did not look great, so probably some time lost there. Maybe going to be shooting for fourth on this lap, but we'll see. But a good season for the rookie. And he's the kind of guy that you want to recruit, fighting for podiums. He's had good pace all season, has been a clean driver. Shooting, don't remember saying that. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't know if Kryptonic is going for another lap, if he's going to have the battery for it or not. Sorry, Pizza, I'm not aware of my exact verbiage. I will say I'm pretty tired. I'm a sleepy guy. Can you please give me a script? But then I can't read it because I'm on console and I can't see past messages. I can't stream anything else on console. I mean, I can't even switch games on here. It would shut the stream off. I'm drinking water, as a matter of fact. One of the few times I actually drink water. MJW slowing down, saving up ERS like it makes a difference. He'll probably be maybe P9. We'll see. I think what the commentators need to do going into Season 10 is do live bets for our gambling. We need to really prioritize that, just like they do in real life. So the commentators will field live bets in the comment section and calculate odds themselves. What else? Pizza, since you're a frequent chatter, what do you think is the biggest improvement that Can-Am could see in Season 10? Pretty spiffy lap from MJW. Attendance? Yep, good answer. Okay, he's not even going to finish it. What a joke. Why are we even on board? Assist restrictions was a flop. You might be right, but it is democratic assist restrictions. It's not just me. Actually, okay. if they get line, I'm putting them on a cockpit. But I will say, it wasn't necessarily a Democratic vote for line. Fess up to that. I said it was going to be a 2-season plan. ABS got turned off, and then the next season line was off. And I gave everyone a season in advance to be able to know that the line off was coming. What are we doing here? There goes a 150 sign. Didn't need that. Also, theoretically, didn't go off the track. Still a valid lap. Well, still a valid lap. I think. Pause the game to let the ghosts turn them around, and now we're back. 7 has left the session. I don't know if he needs another invite or what. You ready for the friends list part of the stream? 7. Where is he? Okay. Well, we'll see if we can find him down here. Nope. I cannot invite 7. Yeah, I agree. I think we might need to bring in a couple people for Tier 1. Because I do think there are a couple people that would be better. I think there's basically enough. There's an equal amount of people in Tier 1 that should go down to Tier 2, and an equal amount of people that are in Tier 2 that should come up to Tier 1. Maybe like 3 or 4 people. But I truly think for some people, I mean, they very much so appreciate the no assist portion, the full no assist portion of Tier 1. So I do want to try to keep that the same for at least a little bit. And then see, you know, if we do have the same issues. If we don't, I mean, we've had 20 people to start the season every year, and it just falls off a cliff usually at an arbitrary point. I think everyone inherently appreciates it. But again, I think some of the competition will be balanced with, you know, some people making the jump up to Tier 1 and some people going down to Tier 2. Got our first couple drivers finishing. Fawn jumps into 4th. Matt, Yuppie, and Anime together in 7th, 8th, and 9. We'll see if Mel can improve. First lap for Squatch and Kryptonic. Mel goes up into P9. Squatch P8. No, I think a couple people will jump up. Edgar's been talking about it for a while. I don't even know who that is. Oh, Dave said he will come back. Yeah, go figure. He needs auto gears. Kryptonic P4. Is someone going to be able to dethrone anyone? Invalid. Hitch just parading around here. And invalid. Yep, this is going to be your final order. There's a 5-place grid penalty, I think, for 7, though. So yes, 7 qualifying last and 14th will now start 19th. And there's your qualifying results. So very tight between second and fourth, all within a couple tenths. You say a 21.9? Yeah, that's pretty fast. Anime's fastest lap is on mediums. That's honestly a pretty good sign for him. No way. Well, that makes sense here. Okay, hang on. I've got to do my dismal stat thing. I'll be back. Okay, we're back. Okay. The stats didn't work, go figure. If people know me, they know that if I try to work anything on a PC, it just doesn't work. I can follow step-by-step instructions, and it still won't work. We can ready up now if anyone cares. Or are we trying to get 7 in here? Yeah, we don't need to wait. In other news, the Blue Jackets are beating the Leafs in the NHL 5-1 at the end of the second. It's the only game on tonight. Sorry, Leafs fans. 2 college football games going on that are completely unimportant. Jack State and MTSU, 7-6 at half in favor of Jack State. If any serial gamblers or gambling addicts, they would know that game's going on. FIU versus Missouri State tied at 14. Love Formation Lab here. In the MLB, the Blue Jays are up on the Dodgers 3-1. Middle of the 5th, so the Dodgers will be at bat. And who's due up? Muncy, Hernandez, and Call. 7, 8, 9. And in the NBA, there is plenty of action. Celtics just won by 20. Pistons up big on the Magic in the dwindling minutes of the 4th. Hawks are up on the Nets by 11, 9 minutes to go. Bulls are up 7 with a whole quarter to go. Pacers are beating the Mavericks by 4, almost halftime. The Nuggets are up on the Pelicans by 9. At the end of the first, Trailblazers and Jazz are tied in the first. The Rockets beat the Raptors by 18 earlier today. Lakers and Timberwolves, Grizzlies and Suns yet to play. Yes, the Orlando Magic. If I was home alone, I think I would go absolutely ape for this start, just for you, but I'm not, and Aubrey is on a business call. I am. I'm reading the chat. Drop the gas. Clear the grid. Qatar is underway. It's more of her side passion project. Yeah, didn't they do that today? We traded our nickel corner. Okay, focus. No, they didn't. I wish. Tier 1. Are you ready to rumble? Bang. Green. Go. Holy, 7 hasn't even moved. The still shot. Alpine side by side. Here's 7. Whoa! Look at them go. It's like the Lance Stroll at Monaco. Look at the battle for Tier 1. And there's 7. He still hasn't moved. We've got an epic battle for first. Caution. It's 7. We have a caution. 7. He's not moving. He's there menacingly. Matt with an overtake. Side by side with Heatley. as they battle, as we all single file line. There's only one driver not in the DRS here, so we go on board with Hitch, and he's watching his teammate disappear. I forgot. Oh no, 7. He finally gets started, and it's over. Where is he gonna go? Marshals, get this car off of here. This is, Michael, this is dangerous. Oh my goodness, look at these drivers down the fastest part of the track with a car right on the side. What a joke this is. That would be a VSC in Mexico. The marshals would run across the track and go get them off the grid. I forgot Fate had told me when he raced at Haas that this was his favorite and I think best track. So not a surprise that he's out here gapping the Tier 1 grid and looking like he should, like he's been described for the last 2 seasons. Finally competent. But we'll see if he can hang on, or will he inevitably spin out of the lead? Retire wear become an issue, who knows. Kryptonic and Hitch battling behind, helping him out. Thank you, AWS, for your race strategies. Everyone, round of applause for our sponsor, AWS. Thank you for donating to the giveaway. Thank you for sponsoring the giveaway. Kryptonic, what tires are everyone on? Who knows? I've been a terrible lobby host. 7 has left the session after he didn't drive. Positions, yep. Looks like nothing happened except at the very front of the grid. Kryptonic racing hard. Nerf behind him, all on the DRS train until you get to 50. Or should I say Heatley? Check out the non-existent Tier 3 stream tonight, everyone. Pizza, I've changed my drink. No. Pizza, I've changed my drink to... Are you kidding me? This is the only stream? I'm drinking some cranberry juice, watered down. In case you were wondering. Kryptonic sets the fastest Sector 3. Not like that's not like you needed to know that. Cranberry vodka. Aubrey does a tequila cran. That's her drink of choice. Bunch of different strategies here. Hard medium. Yeah, it tastes terrible. I agree. Not a big tequila fan. That's the first drink I ever had because of Aubrey. And now I can't drink it because it is so terrible. Yeah, she forced me. I was vehemently against alcohol. Hi everyone, welcome to the stream. We're just chatting here, watching the race as Alpine looks to secure the World Constructors' Championship. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of vodka either, but it's better than tequila. Yeah, Dare. I love Dare. Yuppie gets the move done. Maybe a switchback, though, and Matt keeps the position. We may have another war for the last couple points in this Grand Prix once again. These three battling it out. No, I have never smoked. I don't plan on it. Like, never gotten high, done edibles, any of that. Not for me. Yeah. I'm sure Bo will go off the rails. I'm sure Bo and his mom will be trying every drug. We will not be restarting the lobby. I apologize to 7. It's better than at least driving your own race in your own alternate timeline, as we've seen some of these drivers do. Will Matt be able to get out of Squatch? Absolutely not. He's actually going to get overtaken by Yuppie, both with the DRS, both gaining on Squatch quite a bit towards the end of that straight. Is he going to look for a switchback again? Yuppie covers it off and doesn't go wide, so he's going to keep the position here. Vivoda up in 6th. He's on the medium tire, though, so it looks like the hard runners might be gaining a bit of ground. Hitch also on the hards, different strategy than Fate, who has not managed to pull away any more than what he did at the start, and is now has Hitch in his DRS. If it was the Toronto Magic, he'd be a fan. Dave's, he's big into marketing, so he likes the Orlando Magic TikToks. He thinks they're groovy. Anime 3-second time penalty. Here comes Heatley. Gets the move done. These three have calmed down. MJW, whoa, gets the move done on Mel. Check out the non-existent Tier 2 stream. Anime hanging around here, almost just watched him spin. But these three battling it out for 11th. We do have Bacardi, but that's the worst vodka of all time. Tastes like a Sharpie. Can I commentate a 24-hour race? Probably. Probably with this enthusiasm. Isn't that what Ago does? Have you ever sniffed Sharpies? I mean, yeah, when you open them and take a breath through your nose, technically sniffing them. They're pretty pungent, if you know what I mean, Frenchie. Hitch and his teammate need to crash into each other as the McLarens watch on from the comfort of their own homes, not doing this terrible Grand Prix. I am a big hater of Qatar. It is a terrible track. Well, you didn't even tell me that you injured yourself. And that's not insured because you're not a paid employee. You're not insured. But you don't need insurance because it's Canada. Does free healthcare cover chiropractics in Canada? Yeah, what a shame. I think they should cover chiropractics and essential oils. Those are healing. Chiropractors are the real deal. What just happened down here? What are these idiots doing? Why are we entering the pits next to each other? A typical Red Bull and Mercedes interaction. Looking like 2021 back here. Anime 6 seconds penalties. What a chill night of week 15 Can-Am. Yeah, exclamation mark giveaway, please. Nightbot will pick that up. He's got it. Sorry, don't want to misgender Nightbot. It's got it. It did rain today, so yeah, I think we got hit by Hurricane Melissa pretty hard here in Illinois. Feel free to donate. And we'll be donating that to the state of Illinois recovery. Thank you. It's going to be a snowstorm. Imagine that. A snow hurricane. All right, back to the race for at least a short bit of time. Wonder how those mediums are feeling as the hard runners are gaining a bit of ground. Vivoda has fallen from 5th to 7th, and Squatch is gaining on him as Vivoda has a penalty. What's the giveaway? Just a link to Hurricane Melissa GoFundMe for Jamaica. The winner of the giveaway gets to give away money. Caution in Sector 3. It looks like Anime's off the track. I think. Yes. I think Goat would make this race a lot more interesting if he was crashing into someone right about now. Too many civil racers. Three-second time penalty for Heater. They're starting to mount some of these drivers, and yeah, that's all right. You can just fly into the pits. Whoa, whoa, do we have papaya rules here? What are we doing? Hitch gets by. Fate, I'm pretty sure looking for his first win, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, sorry. Oh, Fate with a 3-second time penalty. It's all over. Pine rules. What is Alpine's official color names? Because McLaren is papaya. What is Alpine pink or Alpine blue? Thoughts on Michael Crabtree? I think he was very misunderstood and very underrated for his time. He was a dog. Great contested catch type of guy. Jump ball type of receiver. Just throw it up there to Crabtree. Yeah, but Talib was also very good. More of an Andre Johnson guy myself. Squatch and Yuppie. Squatch 3-second time penalty. We just saw it live. I didn't necessarily see him do it, but the game said he did. Pizza, what? You have Perks and your Johnson is out. Okay. Quite an interesting thing to say, Pizza. Squatch picks up a 3-second time penalty. Yuppie right behind in DRS. Will he be able to get moved down the front straight? He's so far behind. No chance in a move. Squatch must be running like low wings or something. Kryptonic sets the fastest lap, and here he goes. On Nerf. Gets the move done. Hangs on the racing line to prevent any switchback nonsense. And he is off charging towards Fate, who is on the hard tire now. Mel with a 3-second time penalty. Oh. We might start Tier 0, apparently. We need the no assist to be separated from Tier 1. Tier 1 will be rebranded to Tier 4, as in no assists, and just let the fastest people go. And then we'll have Tier 0, which will be no assists. Tier 4 will be full assists. Tier 0, no assists. And just anyone can join. We will not be balancing the tiers from here on out. Just anyone feel free. Oh, and they'll all be on different days. So Tier 0 will stay on Wednesday, and then Thursday, Tier 2, Friday, Tier 3, and Saturday, Tier 4. Kryptonic with another move and gets by another driver in Fate, who does have 3 seconds of penalty. And Kryptonic is absolutely hauling. Get a move on. on a different strategy than Hitch, and Fate just getting another time penalty so that he can penalize himself out of a podium. Tier 0 will be forced cockpit. Tier 0 will just be what they should do in esports. You have to be on controller, forced cockpit cam, and then the spiel of the wheel of randomizer, which is things like, oh my goodness, Fate, keep it in the track. The wheel of randomizer, which could be like, far chase cam for a race. I can imagine that not many people would appreciate forced cockpit cam since no one uses it. Except me, that one season that I was terrible. For what reason? What reason do we need to extend the season by 4 races? I didn't always use cockpit cam, no. I used it in 23. Thanks, Pizza, I appreciate it. You're not really watching me, though. You're listening to me. This is like a podcast. Yup, he's still behind Squatch. Did not get the webcam attachment for my PS5. I apologize. Twitch ads did not make me that much money. Okay, at this rate, Fate's going to be disqualified in 4 laps. This is a joke. This is a disgrace to Can-Am, what Fate is doing. Bo will not be streaming for a while or participating in Can-Am. What would you say the earliest you could probably do? Like 7 or 8? So that would be season what? 9 and 10 are basically the first year of his life. So, about season 24 he'll be ready. Thank you, Nightbot. So season 24, get ready for Bo. He'll have to also create his gamer tag. So can we come up with ideas for what Bo's gamer tag will be for the rest of his life? Okay, thank you, Nightbot. Stop spamming. It's probably already taken, I'm not going to lie. Kryptonic goes wide. 50 in the pits. And Fate and Kryptonic coming around Yuppie here. They both get the move. Fate a little close. Snow tier 3 stream. Apologize. Jeez. Honestly, because... Yeah, okay. Honestly, can his gamer tag just be Bo, period? That'd be pretty cool. But then, you'd probably have to pay for it. That would be awesome. Fief Jones Drew son. That would be cool. Hitch into the pits, and is he going to get overtaken? Yep. Fate trying to go around the outside, but can't find the space to get the move done. And Hitch all the way down into P4. Squatch sets the fastest lap. Congrats. I wasn't necessarily expecting that. Currently in P7 with Vivoda out of DRS behind him. Now that might be the winner. We might have to get that one already. Who knows if it's going to be there in 7 years. What time would it be in Poly time? I'm not sure. Heatley, another 3-second time penalty. Pretty much just par for the course. 6 people watching. Welcome, everyone. Yeah, I saw that, Mr. G. I'm not sure what happened. Hope Bucko is okay. Have not heard from him. Okay. Someone see if Bucko's okay. Well, maybe. He could be sleeping. Is that what he said? Oh, yeah, he did say that. Oh, he said that at 5. I should have known. Yeah, he did say he has some tooth pain, so hopefully he is okay. Hopefully that subsides in as soon as possible. Yeah, I do need to pay attention. I apologize, Bucko, for my indifference, for me not noticing what was happening. Yuppie and Matt in a bit of a battle, but Yuppie gonna get that move easily done on the much fresher tires. Now he has his teammate next, who you can see in the view. Again, on much younger tires. Anime up into 11th as MJW pits once again. Sure. When is that? I think truly the best battle on the grid is at the top of the field, and Hitch is actually rapidly approaching. 1.3. Hitch sets the fastest lap, and yeah, it might be over. He's got his teammate. Fate's got his teammate behind, and he is crawling into DRS here. Fate's been trying to find a way by Kryptonic, but has not found anything. And now might be ceding a spot to his teammate with 12 seconds of penalties. Everyone on a one stop except Mel and MJW on the two stop. Honestly, quite surprising that drivers are able to do a one stop here. This is the worst track for tire wear. But the Constructors is looking to fall in the direction of Alpine. Again, no McLaren was able to join tonight. And it sucks they were not able to contest for the title, but Alpine also putting on a great showing and not just going to win this. Not just going to win this because McLaren is out. They are definitely showing that they had the pace to do very well in this race, regardless if McLaren was able to make it or not. So McLaren can certainly hang their hats on a great season and fighting nearly into the end, but unless some divine intervention happens in these last couple laps, I think Alpine will be taking home the crown. And would be awesome to have a double podium if Nerf spontaneously decides to get 10 seconds of time penalties. Or if Fate successfully appeals half of his penalties. We will see, as there are cars approaching, possibly getting lapped. Lap 24, and Hitch has gotten ahead of Kryptonic, and now it's him and the road in front. As Mel gets a 3-second time penalty. No time penalties to worry about for the top two, who should be easily ahead of Fate when all are said and done. And Kryptonic just going to look to hang on to the back of Hitch through the lap. We can go watch another battle here. Yeah. Mel 8/10 behind MJW, filling in for the Mercedes team today. The leaders in the background coming up. Who's to say that these two aren't the leaders? Mel actually doesn't gain any time in that DRS, even though I'm pretty sure he was within the threshold, so much for a battle there. Yep, he should be on the faster tire versus MJW, so wouldn't expect much of a battle here. So Fate and Kryptonic. Kryptonic now lost out on DRS the past couple laps. Don't know what else I can really say about this race. No safety cars. It's a boring track that I hate. I can just leave this session and start a time trial as Fate gets his 15th second of penalties. And just go time trial Qatar, and you can see how that works. Then I can just join back, see the end of the race. Oh yeah, perfect. Just reset the session, and we'll run the race tomorrow so that the McLarens have a fair chance to defend their Constructors' Champion. I think that's fair. And this, in the President's Trophy, when we reset this session, every single driver except 7 will count as a DNF. Anime, another 3-second time penalty. He's got the same amount as Fate. "15 seconds might mean that Heatley is close. Heatley has 6, so that puts him about 13 seconds behind, and Fate has 15 seconds of time penalties, and we've got a ghost car that's getting driven through. Thank you, lap traffic Mel. Very nice of him. Stay on the racing line. That's what a lot of people do in the endurance races. Stay on the racing line. Crash into the person right next to you. Caution in sector 3. Now coming through sector 1. I think they were able to keep it out of the wall, keep it going. Not sure who that was. MJW, 3-second time penalty. We need Yuppie to get a 3-second time penalty to just connect the gap that we've got there. Check out the 2-2 stream that's not going. Thank you, Nightbot, for being so in touch. 2 more laps of racing here. Congrats, Pizza. Alright, well, we've got 1 more lap of racing, and nothing's really going on through this penultimate lap. Hitch has pulled away, is going to win again. Solidifies Gase for one of the best seasons Alpine has seen in Can-Am history. Penalties coming in left and right. Kryptonic going defensive on Fate, not necessarily needing to. Maybe trying to pick up some slipstream off the Ghost. Only got 2 more sectors to crown the Constructors Champion. And it looks like this pink and blue car coming through might be the worst car in real life, but finds themselves on top in Can-Am. Hitch going to lead these drivers through. Coming into the final corner here in Qatar. Keeps it together, keeps the car in one piece, and is going to celebrate down the straight as Alpine are officially your Season 9 Constructors Champion. Kryptonic in second, Fate in third. And then we've got a cluster of drivers finishing as Nerf passes Fate to spoil the Alpine double podium. Heatley stays in fifth, Fawn coming home in sixth. Squatch is a ghost driver. Oh, I think he ran out of fuel. I don't think he was a ghost driver. I think it ghosted him when he ran out of fuel. Falls down to ninth. Both Ferraris pass him. Matt coming to the line. Stays P10 and Anime P11. No DNFs, no safety cars, just a clean 15th week in Can-Am. And that is going to do it. Your champions have been figured out. Hitch wins the Drivers' Championship last week, and now Alpine grabs the Constructors, and for the first time in a long time, we have the same Constructors Champion that is also the Drivers' Champion. Let me pull that up just to confirm. So since Season 7, Lucid and Mercedes won, and before Lucid had won that championship, the drivers and the constructors in Season 7, it had only been done twice in the first 2 seasons. That was Josh and Red Bull in Season 1 and Maddie and Mercedes in Season 2. Here are your gaps for the stat dismal, since the stat program did not save. And here is your race director in case we want to appeal any of these 3 million warnings. There everyone is. And it looks like the timer reset for some reason, so start another 30 seconds. And that's it for week 15. We will have one more week finishing in Coda, the OG finale. Used to be Canada in the very, very early days of Can-Am, and then we thought, one, Can-Am starts with Canada, so we might as well start with Canada. And two, Canada was the worst finale track ever. It was absolute garbage, and people would just hook each other into the walls. So I think people enjoy racing at Coda a little bit better than they did in Canada. But thank you all for tuning in, and hope to see you for the last week in Coda, where the giveaway will be taking place. Goodbye, everyone, and have a good night.